Lesson 12. Creating a sense of guilt. Declining invitations and establishing personal boundaries are not selfish acts but rather expressions of self-love and self-respect. Embracing the principles of Stoicism can provide valuable guidance in maintaining these boundaries and upholding your sense of dignity. In today's fast-paced and demanding world, the ability to say no and set boundaries is essential for preserving our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. However, many people struggle with feelings of guilt or selfishness when asserting their needs and limitations. It's important to recognize that prioritizing your own needs and setting boundaries is not selfish but rather an act of self-love and self-care. By saying no to commitments or requests that do not align with our values, priorities, or capacities, we honor our own needs and preserve our energy for the things that truly matter to us. This is an essential aspect of self-love, as it allows us to protect our time, energy, and resources, ensuring that we can invest them in activities and relationships that bring us fulfillment and joy. Similarly, setting boundaries is an integral part of self-respect. Boundaries define the limits of what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior in our interactions with others, safeguarding our physical, emotional, and psychological well-being. When we set and enforce boundaries, we communicate to others that we value ourselves and expect to be treated with respect and consideration. Embracing the wisdom of Stoicism can provide valuable insights into the importance of saying no and setting boundaries. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept with equanimity the things that are not. This includes recognizing our own limitations and asserting our boundaries with calmness and clarity. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of cultivating inner resilience and strength in the face of external challenges or pressures. By standing firm in our self-respect and refusing to compromise our values or boundaries, we demonstrate our commitment to living with integrity and authenticity. One of the key principles of Stoicism is the concept of living in accordance with nature, which involves aligning our thoughts, actions, and values with the fundamental principles of reason and virtue. In the context of saying no and setting boundaries, living in accordance with nature means recognizing the importance of self-love and self-respect in maintaining our overall well-being. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a sense of detachment from external circumstances and to focus instead on cultivating inner peace and tranquility. This can be particularly helpful when faced with feelings of guilt or selfishness when asserting our boundaries. By recognizing that saying no and setting boundaries are essential acts of self-care and self-preservation, we can let go of any negative emotions or judgments and embrace these practices with confidence and clarity. Practically, embracing Stoic wisdom can involve reflecting on our values and priorities and identifying areas where we need to assert our boundaries more effectively. It may also involve practicing assertiveness skills and learning to communicate our needs and limitations with clarity and confidence. In conclusion, saying no and setting boundaries are not selfish acts but rather expressions of self-love and self-respect. Embracing the wisdom of Stoicism can provide valuable guidance in maintaining these boundaries and upholding our sense of dignity. By prioritizing our own needs and asserting our boundaries with confidence and clarity, we can cultivate a greater sense of well-being and fulfillment in our lives. Lesson 13: Absence of individual interest. Deep and meaningful connections thrive on the celebration of each other's inner worlds. It's essential to actively seek out authentic relationships grounded in sincerity and shared interests. Refuse to accept superficial closeness; instead, prioritize genuine connection that resonates with your soul. In the intricate tapestry of human relationships, meaningful connections are like precious gems, shimmering with the beauty of mutual understanding and appreciation for each other's inner landscapes. These connections go beyond mere surface-level interactions; they delve into the depths of our being, celebrating our individuality and embracing the richness of our inner worlds. To cultivate such meaningful connections, it's crucial to seek out genuine relationships rooted in sincerity and mutual interest. Authentic connections are built on a foundation of honesty, transparency, and respect. They involve a willingness to listen with an open heart, to empathize with each other's experiences, and to support each other's growth and development. In a world where superficiality often masquerades as intimacy, it's easy to settle for surface-level relationships that lack depth and substance. However, true fulfillment lies in forging connections that resonate with our authentic selves. Rather than chasing after fleeting connections based on external appearances or social status, prioritize relationships that nourish your soul and bring meaning to your life. Seeking out genuine connections requires a willingness to be vulnerable and authentic. It involves stepping outside of your comfort zone, opening yourself up to new experiences and possibilities, and embracing the fullness of who you are. By embracing your true self and honoring your own values and passions, you create space for others to do the same, fostering deeper and more meaningful connections in the process. At the heart of meaningful connections lies a sense of reciprocity and mutual interest. True bonds are forged when individuals share common goals, values, and aspirations, and when they are willing to invest time and energy in nurturing the relationship. This mutual investment creates a sense of trust and belonging, fostering a deep sense of connection and camaraderie. In contrast, superficial closeness is characterized by a lack of depth and authenticity. It often involves surface-level interactions that focus on appearances rather than substance, leaving individuals feeling empty and unfulfilled. While superficial relationships may provide temporary comfort or validation, they ultimately fail to nourish the soul or satisfy the deeper yearnings of the heart. Instead of settling for superficial closeness, dare to seek out connections that challenge and inspire you. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, who celebrate your strengths and encourage your growth. Cultivate relationships that are built on a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual understanding, where you can be your true self without fear of judgment or rejection. In the pursuit of meaningful connections, it's important to be discerning and intentional about the relationships we cultivate. Take the time to get to know people on a deeper level, to explore their passions, dreams, and aspirations, and to understand what makes them tick. Look for individuals who share your values and interests, who inspire you to be the best version of yourself, and who are willing to walk alongside you on your journey of self-discovery and growth. Ultimately, meaningful connections are a source of joy, fulfillment, and belonging. They enrich our lives in countless ways, providing us with love, support, and companionship as we navigate the ups and downs of life. By prioritizing authenticity, sincerity, and mutual interest in our relationships, we create space for meaningful connections to flourish, bringing depth, meaning, and purpose to our lives.